Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing very well. So this is a type of video, not any technical analysis and not about trading, but a reality of what is happening in the whole world right now and what is happening in the Bitcoin ecosystem. First of all, I will recommend you guys to read about a book called as Hijacking of Bitcoin, and it is a very interesting book, so do read it. And one more important thing, this video is all about Bitcoin, what I think about Bitcoin as well. So first of all, let's get straight to the point. If you look at the top 5 cryptos in the world, top 5 and top 6 cryptos in the world, all of them are centralized, all of them are, I would say, under control of someone, either institution or some person, except Bitcoin, right? So except Bitcoin, Ethereum also, and every other crypto you take, Solana, BNB, USDT, any crypto you take, they all are under someone's control, meaning that they are centralized. So the true meaning of cryptocurrency, like decentralized, you are the owner, this and that, all that bullshit, that doesn't make any sense, because in the whole world, the top 6 cryptocurrencies, and only one of them is a decentralized, and the rest all of them is under control of someone. Okay, so one more important thing I want to tell you guys. If, let's just say hypothetically, that you have a lot of money and power, and you have your own currency like the US dollar or like the Chinese yuan or like the Indian INR, you have your own currency, fiat currency, and there is a cryptocurrency which is fully decentralized, no one can control it, and the true motive of that cryptocurrency is to replace your own currency, right? So basically in the future, if you don't do anything right now, your own fiat currency will get weaker and weaker, and people will prefer to use that specific cryptocurrency instead, which is decentralized, which is built on the motto of being decentralized and replacing your own fiat currency. So what you will do in this case? You have the money, you have the power, what will you do? It is decentralized, meaning you cannot control its blockchain. So what will you do? Obviously you only have one choice, and that is to buy that cryptocurrency as much as possible, to accumulate most of the supply of that cryptocurrency, indirectly or directly, no matter what anyone is doing in the whole entire world. This way you will take control of that cryptocurrency, and if you have the most of the supply of that cryptocurrency, you can increase its supply also, you can use it for your own purposes, and you can basically just make sure your fiat currency always stays stronger. Now this is the same thing happening with Bitcoin and US dollars. Bitcoin was made to replace the US dollars, it was made, that's why it was decentralized and only a limited supply of 21 million. But what is happening right now, America is trying, and not only America, like I mean throughout the world, they are hijacking the Bitcoin. See, I'll be really clear with you guys, Bitcoin was made for gambling purposes and illegal purposes, okay? And I'm not saying this out of thin air, like just randomly rubbish talks, no. You can go, you can do some research, you will understand it was made for gambling purposes and for illegal purposes. That's why in this today's world, crypto is only used mainly for scamming and gambling. It is so easy to use crypto for scamming and gambling and all the illegal things, rather than using it for actually a peer-to-peer currency. Now many people will say there are some countries that are accepting Bitcoin as peer-to-peer, like El Salvador and some other small countries, but no one cares about them and no one is using them. They tried to do it, they tried to run this propaganda, but no one is using it. It got failed because when Bitcoin launched, the site developers, I mean like the small developers, the whole team of it, not Satoshi Nakamoto but the other different team, what they did was they hijacked Bitcoin, they decreased its block size, meaning that Bitcoin per second cannot process transactions more than a specific amount. Why they did this? So that Bitcoin can, hold on a second, let me stand again, and basically it can get hijacked and no one can use it. I mean, see, today in this world there are a lot of methods to pay to someone. Like in India there is UPI, and in Brazil there is Pix, where you can transfer from one bank account to another instantly within seconds, and every single second they are processing, I would say, hundreds of thousands of transactions instantly. Whereas if you see Bitcoin, and if you just go on Google and you just search some random, do some little research that Bitcoin, how many transactions in 1 minute Bitcoin can process versus how many transactions UPI or Pix can process in 1 second, and you will be shocked. Meaning that Bitcoin can never be used for P2P, and it can never be used for a normal transaction or normal peer-to-peer as a money. It cannot be used as money at all, because it was hijacked. When Bitcoin was made, its block size was very, very large, meaning that it can compete with fiat currencies. But some people hijacked it so that it can never be used as it is supposed to be used. And in today's world also, no one uses Bitcoin as a peer-to-peer transaction. People only use Bitcoin for investment purposes, and this is also a very, very crazy thing. So Bitcoin is a bubble, same as the tulip bulb bubble that happened in the past. Do research about that as well, what I'm talking about. Bitcoin is also same, but Bitcoin is a real threat to dollar and other currencies. That's why China is trying to hijack Bitcoin once again, right? Once again they are trying to hijack Bitcoin, because it is the only one remaining decentralized cryptocurrency. As I told you all, out of the top 6-10 any cryptocurrencies you take, it is the only remaining decentralized currency in the whole entire world. And as I said, it has already been hijacked, and its block size is already reduced. So there is, I would say, not much threat to any fiat currency, but still they are trying to hijack Bitcoin. China, as you already know, they are the number one country in mining of Bitcoin. They are the number one country. They mine the most amount of Bitcoin, and now America is also hijacking Bitcoin their own way, because see, America and their dollar has a very unique history, and anyone who tried to take that dollar away from the world reserve currency, and anyone who tried to replace the dollar, America used all their illegal and legal powers to take that power down, who is forcing the dollar to not be remained as the world currency. Okay, and I will just pop up some articles over here so that you can read. I'm not talking in any random rubbish stuff, but this is the actual reality. And right now America is trying to take the control of Bitcoin. How? First of all, they allowed their own finance companies to allow spot Bitcoin ETF, meaning that they will be using people's money. That money will be going in Bitcoin, and you already know people are dumb. Most of the people are retarded and dumb, especially the whole crypto community. Okay, sorry, but this is the reality. And now what they are doing is they are allowing spot ETF, spot Bitcoin ETF, and Ethereum and other cryptocurrencies ETF, and they are allowing this so that they can use other people's money, OPM, to hijack Bitcoin, to take the most of the supply of Bitcoin with them and take control of Bitcoin. This is the first thing. Now how can you take control of Bitcoin? How? As I said in the beginning, how can you accumulate more supply? How? Now the second most important thing, few days ago America passed a law in which they can now legally use their retired people's money and put that also in the same asset, which is Bitcoin. So now the retired people in America, their money without their permission can be invested in Bitcoin. See, there is no power in those people. I mean, they are powerless, and the government can do anything they can to accumulate more and more Bitcoin, because I mean, it's just a game now. See, I mean, obviously it is a bubble. No one can deny on that. Bitcoin is a bubble, everyone buys Bitcoin so that they can sell Bitcoin when the price is up to another person who is buying Bitcoin again with the same purpose of selling to someone else at an above price. Same again, this chain will go on and on and on, but obviously in real life this chain never goes on and on and on, and someone has to pay the bill. I'll be really honest with you guys, 99% of the people will lose their money. If you think that yes, I can invest in Bitcoin right now in the dip and I can sell it at 100k, 120k, or in some insane price levels, well, I will be really honest with you guys, this is not how it works. Yes, it can work, but remember, 99% of the people will lose their money no matter what. Also, one more thing, I told you all about the block size of Bitcoin, right? That Bitcoin's blockchain cannot process more than a specific small amount of number of transactions per minute, meaning that if the price of Bitcoin starts to crash incessantly towards the downside, if this bubble pops, most 99% of the retailers will never be able to sell their Bitcoin. They will go on their centralized exchange or any other places to try to sell Bitcoin, but the blockchain will get stuck. The blockchain will be full, I would say, in the queue, meaning that it will be very, very hard for people to sell their Bitcoin because the transactions will get stuck, and only those people's transaction will be processed who will pay a lot of fees, like in hundreds of thousands and millions. And you know, I'm talking about which people, the institutions and all these big people who are spreading a bubble, spreading a cult that buy Bitcoin you will be rich, buy Bitcoin you will be rich. They are becoming rich because of your own money. You are putting money in the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price is rising, they are the one making the most money, and when the whole bubble will pop up, only they will be able to sell their Bitcoin in profits and you will be left with nothing. And this is the harsh reality, and I won't recommend you guys to invest in Bitcoin, but if you do it at your own risk. And secondly, try to buy wrapped Bitcoin. So basically, wrapped Bitcoin is like Bitcoin only, but on different blockchains like Ethereum, Solana and other blockchains. Yes, your Bitcoin can get freeze on these blockchains, because I told you all, these all are centralized blockchains. That means these are owned by someone. But the main advantage for this is that you will be holding your Bitcoin if you want to. Second, when the bubble pops, you can sell your Bitcoin easily, because these Ethereum, Solana blockchain are not like the Bitcoin blockchain. They can process plethora of transactions per second very easily. I will be posting a lot of stuff over there about all the eye-opening things, about all the brutal reality, critical thinking, eye-opening things that you have to know about Bitcoin, crypto, and overall whole finance system over here. And also one more thing, all the people you see on the internet talking about Bitcoin, that some woman comes and gives an interview that buy Bitcoin, it will go to millions of dollars, 10x, 20x from here. Their own hedge fund that they are running is running in negative returns for the past 5 years, meaning all the investors who put money in their hedge fund are losing all of their money. Okay, so this is a very, very, I would say, foolish world we live in, that people are doing anything they can just so that their scam can be running. And one more, a popular guy who has a company, that's a whole bubble. I won't say, starts with M only, his name and the company, you already guessed it, he is also a scam. Obviously you can do some research, and when I'm saying he is a scam, trust me, he is a scam. Okay, do some research. And also about that lady I was saying, her company's name starts with A. So basically this video will be very, very boring, I understand, because I'm not doing any editing, I'm just making a full raw video. And these are the things that I just feel like to share with you guys. And I'll be really honest with you guys, these are the reality. If you want to believe, you can believe, if not, I don't care, but this is the reality. You can do your whole research and you can realize that everything I said in this video is actually truth. So if you want to believe in it, you can. And no financial advice, I'm not saying anything buy Bitcoin or not, or any other cryptocurrency. Your wish, you have to do it, okay? But this is the brutal reality that I thought I wanted to share with you guys. I'm sure not many people will watch this video till the very end. It's already 17-18 minutes long, and I'm pretty sure not many people will watch this video. But because the algorithm only pushes those videos that are not helpful for you, algorithm only pushes the type of videos that are entertaining, that are addicting, that shows animation every 5 to 6 seconds, some crazy animation and some crazy VFX, so that your attention can be sticked with the video and stick with their own platform, so that they can make money. And these type of long boring video without any editing and just raw talking, these are the type of video that either you have to search on social media, or maybe luckily it can get recommended to you. So yeah, this is it for today's video. It is a very long video, a very boring video I think, but if you are watching till the end, then hats off, very good. And do follow me on my Twitter to get latest updates about my trades, about all the real things happening in the crypto and the whole finance world. So do follow me on my Twitter, link is in the description and in the pinned comments. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.